Good morning and welcome to Phu Quoc, Vietnam's holiday island, shall we call it. So I've actually been here for a couple of days, and as most islands do, you relax. So I have spent some time at the beach near my hostel, at the pool. The weather, as you can see, is stunning. It's very hot, very humid. It's about 35 degrees at the minute, so very warm. But yeah, today I have hired a bike, so I'm going to be exploring some other places. And the first place that I've actually visited is the Phu Quoc Prison Museum. So Phu Quoc used to be where they had the prisons in the French and the US wars with Vietnam. So originally, when the French were at war with Vietnam, this was called the coconut prison because they used to grow a lot of coconuts on this island. And then they changed the name when the US took over. I cannot remember what it was called during that period. But yeah, so it's a free museum, and it is basically set up as how the prison was with the buildings, and they used to basically be tin buildings with wooden planks either side. Prisoners would be lined up to sleep on. It was a very bad prison for the welfare of the prisoners, shall we say. All of the prisoners were tortured basically, and there are lots of, I guess you could say, plastic dummies showing what type of torture they had. And yeah, but this prison actually had multiple escape attempts, over 300 escape attempts, and over 20 of them were successful. No, over 30 of them were successful. And the largest one was when 21 people escaped through an underground tunnel that they had dug out under the planks that they slept on. So there is also, where the tunnel was, you can walk through it, and you walk next to the original tunnel that they crawled out of, and you can see that. So that was interesting. But because it's free, there's not a lot of information. So some of it is what I have overheard from people that have actually done tours here, and then some of it is what I've read about. But yeah, if you're in the area, I would suggest. Otherwise, if you've been to the War Remnants Museum, there's not much more here. But if you're in the area, it's a good thing to do. But yeah, now I am going to go to the little town here. So there's a little tourist town. I'm not really sure what's there. I know there's a cable car, which is the longest overwater cable car, but it goes to a fake town that's supposed to look like an Italian town, and I'm not massively interested in going there. So I'm just going to see what is on this island where that cable car starts basically. And then after that we'll be heading to a beach down here that's supposed to be absolutely stunning. So yeah, let's head off. Okay, so I have made it to the little town, and it turns out the Italian side is this side. So you actually drive through a French Paris-inspired town, and then I have just stopped in this Italian-looking inspired town that I'm in. And all the shops are called the Venice Bookstore, the Juliet Boutique Hotel, the Venice Hotel. So yeah, very much, I'm presuming they want us to think we're in Venice right now. Which is, it actually looks really nice. It does definitely give Italian vibes, but yeah, it is good. I have just parked the bike. I've gone into this little shop, got a little ice cream, and I am going to go for a walk around. Apparently there is a thing called the Kissing Bridge, where two bridges meet together, but you don't actually cross the bridge or something. I'm not sure, so I'm going to see if I can find the viewpoint for that. And then I'm just going to wander around the town. It looks like a nice town, honestly, but it's empty. And the whole French part, and there's a food street as well. It's all set up, nothing's open, nothing at all, which is odd, but yeah, it looks nice. Sorry, I'm just playing with bit of this tree that fell on me. It's a nice looking town. Let's go see what it looks like and I'll stop talking. Good morning. So I actually forgot to film after I last spoke to you yesterday. So I walked around the town and it's actually really nice. I found a viewpoint to look at the Kissing Bridge, and it turns out that the reason most of the stuff is closed is because it's actually nicknamed Sunset Town. So everything opens at 4 p.m. and I had a friend in the room I'm staying in that went there around 5 and said there's actually a fireworks show. So depending on what time I finish at doing what I wanted to do today, I might head back there and see if I can catch a fireworks show. Anyway, so yeah, after the town I went to, I think it was like Bao Sao Beach or something like that. It was really nice, but it was quite busy, but it was quite nice and the water was really clear, so I liked that and I would recommend that, but I'll put the actual name of it on the screen. And then I went to Pizza Way for dinner. Someone had recommended it to me. It was quite good. The prices on this island are quite expensive because it is definitely a like holiday island, but yeah, it was quite good. And now I am at another beach which you have to come through like another fake town basically. So this one's called Grand something, and there's like a fake, kind of looks like Disneyland town. And then I actually drove through another town called Vinworld. And this one's called Grand World, that one's called Vinworld, which that one looks like literally like you're walking through Disneyland. But I couldn't get to the beach there because that was a private beach. But yeah, this island is definitely set up for tourists, and it's a very like fake resort-y sort of place, but the natural beaches are nice. So yeah, I'm now on this beach. I just laid my towel down on the sand. There was no free parking or anything. And it's pretty nice. As you can see, it's quite busy, but it is nice. But what is interesting to me is that there is a island over there that's like completely untouched, and I really wish I could swim that far, but I'm not sure I can. I think it's probably further than I think. But yeah, it's a nice island. It's a nice beach. I'll put the name of this beach on the screen as well. And then later today we're going to head to Starfish Beach, which is named for the starfish that apparently are there. So we will head there probably in a couple of hours. I'm really enjoying this beach at the minute. When I lose the shade under the tree, then we'll head to the next beach. But yeah, I don't really know what to film when I'm on islands, because basically most of what you do here is go to the beach. And how much beach stuff do you really want to watch? I don't know. But yeah, if you do come here, I would say wear sun cream though, because I've been wearing Factor 50 and still been getting burnt. Yeah. Anyway, this is the beach. Very pretty. There's beach clubs. Clear water. And now I'm going to float. Good morning. So yes, I forgot to film again. Basically what happened was I really enjoyed the beach that I was on, and I looked into Starfish Beach a bit more, and with what I had already heard about the starfish not being there originally, the locals had put them there for tourism, and all the reviews were saying about how dirty the beach is and how many sadly dead starfish there were because people were taking them out of the water to take pictures of them. I decided to stay at the beach I was at because it was lovely clear sand, lovely clean water, and I watched the sunset there before heading into town. I don't know if this will actually be made into a video because I didn't film a lot. Let's be honest, I mainly did what you do on an island. I just relaxed, and it was a nice way to finish off my time in Vietnam. I really enjoyed the island. The people were lovely, which was good because if you've watched the rest of the Vietnam series, you would have known there were some places that the people I didn't have the best interactions with. So it was very nice to end on, what was it called? Phu Quoc. Spend a few days relaxing, And yeah, I would highly recommend. Highly recommend. But now I am in my next destination. If you can guess where it is from the background, please put it in the comments. If not, I will see you in the next video and you can see if you were right.